Hey friends, Jim here. Today we will explore how to create a daily and weekly habits tracker on Roam Research. And these trackers can be referenced in any page you have on Roam Research. Ideally, we want to use the daily tracker here in our daily notes. So it should be accessible from here when we create it, and later on we will see how we can use the weekly habit tracker and how using tags will be helpful to create a workflow when it comes to reviewing how the week went in terms of habits. But the first thing that we have to do is to create a page. So we could just say that habits tracker template. We're gonna put the template for the daily habits tracker and the weekly habits tracker here. Let's create our daily habits tracker. So this is gonna be the template, and under it we're gonna put a title or a header. I usually want to have it bold, so command B, and we're gonna nest under it all the habits rather that we want to track. So for example, it's not just habits. Like for example, if you want to track your sleep patterns, how long have you slept like last night, for example, how many hours of sleep did I get last night? And we're just gonna look for the different functions in Roam Research. For this one, we're gonna use the sliders /SL, and that's it. So it's gonna look like that. So we have our habit tracker for our sleep, not really habit tracker, basically a sleep tracker, sorry about that. And then you could say for example 10-minute morning meditation, morning coffee. It's really up to you. Oh, I forgot to put, so this should be checkboxes. So / to do. Yeah, it's gonna look like that. This one as well. Yep. So let's put a few more habits. Let's just say morning cycling in nature. And then we could also use tags. So for example, I wanna do 100 days of code. So basically you commit to a certain activity for 100 days to build a habit, or if you're just trying it for a project that you want to do, so you could actually do that. And we'll see why this is powerful later on how we can track our habits on a day-to-day basis. And two more, I guess. End of day gratitude practice. Yeah, that would be nice. And let's just say another tracker for another habit that we want to build. So yeah, 100 days of reading. So basically that's it. We have our daily habits tracker. So we still have it in the template, and we won't be able to call it on our different pages. So like these are different pages that we want to use it, for example. So the way that we do it is we add this Roam template tag. So it's this one. Yeah, so it's gonna be a daily habit already, and that's it. Let's try to use it for today. Shift tab, so it's a new one. So it's this one with S. Boom. So there you go. You could do this every day that you want to. So let's just say that these are, and I could slide. So let's just say I'm lucky, I got 10 hours of sleep, which is very rare. So yeah, and the good thing about these tags, for example, let's just say we want to see our progress for this habit, coding. Yeah, you could see the different days where it was checked. And these are the other templates that I've tried. You could also see, like for example, okay, I forgot. I didn't do coding this day, so you could remove it. Yeah, it would update real time for that date. It's a good thing if you wanna track your day-to-day performance on a specific habit. That's it for our daily habits tracker. And let's go back to our template. Now we're gonna move on to creating our weekly habits tracker. For uniformity, I'm gonna name it like this. It's a Rome template, and I guess it won't hurt if we use it already. And I'm gonna put the header or the title. If we reference, it won't be disorganized. It won't look like it just came out of thin air. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna create a table for our weekly habits tracker. And the way we do that is, we use the / and find the word table. And once we click enter, there's gonna be like an introduction. If we click enter, it will display a tip on how to use the table. What we need to do for the habits that we want to track, we have to nest it under the table. I'm gonna click tab, and I'm gonna write habit. That's for the column that will house all our habits. Let's just say that for habits, I want to track morning jogging, early cycling, reading, for monthly goal. Yeah, it's really up to you. And I guess this is also very important, morning meditation and evening gratitude practice. Yeah. Alright, and for the different days, we're gonna have to nest it under habit. So Monday, it's up to you if you want to start on a Monday or a Sunday. So for me, I want to start the week on a Monday and nest all the other stuff here. Wednesday. Sorry about that. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yeah, so it would look like that. See? Yeah. Wonder why it's like this. So we're gonna fix that. Okay, morning meditation, morning jogging. And for every habit, we're just gonna put it nested to do. So it's gonna be like one for morning meditation. We're just gonna put to do nested under each one of them, so that we have one for each day. 4, 5, 6. Okay, we're almost there. And we don't have to do all these manually. Like we could just copy and paste it for the other. It would look like this. And I'm just gonna fast forward it to me doing it. Everything actually. So that's it. That's our habit tracker, our weekly habit tracker. Let's see how we can best reference it. That's how it looks like. Yep. That's it for our habit tracker. Next one, I'm gonna show you how I use a weekly habits track. Let's go back first to the daily notes. So it wouldn't makes sense if we use the weekly habit tracker here. If it's the daily notes, right? It's on a daily basis. A good practice that we could do is to create a page for this one to track this. We could say that it's 1 week from April 18 to April 24, so I created a page for that. I mentioned earlier that it would be nice to use the weekly habit tracker if we have a page for a specific week. The way that we could use it is for our weekly review. So let's just say that it's week 15 in my calendar, and it's from April 18 to April 24. And let's use it. So it's this one. Yeah. And we can check it from time to time. Okay, so for our weekly habits tracker, I'm gonna show how I use the weekly habits tracker. So going back to our daily notes, I would say that it wouldn't make sense to use a weekly habit tracker here. So what we could do is to create a page housing a week range. So what I did, so it's April 24th right now, and from the day of April 18 to April 24, that's 1 week. So let's just say that I'm gonna reference the weekly habit tracker here. It's up to you if you want to do the daily habit tracker or you want to do the weekly habit tracker. So what works best for you, like you don't have to do these two things at the same time. I'm doing is to like test it when I've learned about these things. I'm gonna reference the weekly habits tracker here. Ideally, you want to create this at the start of the week. So if it's April 18, you put the range 7 days in the future up to April 24, and let's just say it's Monday today, and these are the things that I was able to do. So I'm just marking some of them. So yeah, that's how I would do it. But aside from tracking all these habits, what's the good thing about this table is what I could do is I could reference it under another bullet point or item. So I'm gonna put weekly review notes, and I'm gonna reference it to weekly review. I'm just gonna say I just started. It's quite difficult to follow through. It's so many habits at once. Yeah, so I could put that. So of course that's after I've reviewed how the week looked like for me. Yeah, and when I click on this one, as you can see, for the different days that I have, I named it here table notes. So it doesn't matter because what they are referring to, or their unifying tag, is the weekly review tag. It says here that check back what happened during Monday and Tuesday, and let's check for April 23 or the week example. So habit completion is quite good. So it's these kinds of insights and reflections that make Rome research more powerful when you do your weekly review, like end of week reviews or any types of reviews or reflection actually. So yeah, I guess that's it for your daily habits tracker and your weekly habits tracker. So if you have any questions or suggestions how we can improve the workflow, just let me know in the comments down below. Thank you, and I'll see you on the next video.